Hello friends, welcome back. So in this step we will be creating the REST controller for the our currency conversion. So let's create the REST controller. So control N if you are on the Windows, or you can right click, or if you go to the from file to N, and let's create a class. Okay, and let's create another under package controller. Okay, and you can give this name currency conversion calculator. Correct? Currency conversion calculator. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so how can you uh, assign this as a JS controller? How will you do this? Notation REST, right? REST controller. Okay, and write one method. So public, so let's say create one bin, currency conversion bin, which will keep details of all the conversion related stuff, like the ID from currency to currency. Okay, the quantity and the total calculated amount, all these things will be keeping in this bin. Okay, and we can have a method get conversion details. Let's see, get conversion details, right? And we can have a parameter. What kind of parameter we have? We can have a string parameter, a string from, a string to currency, or you can define this currency always to, and a string quantity, right? Okay, now we will have to assign this method, okay, to the HTTP method, to the get method, right? So you know the we'll have request, the REST controller will receive the request from the client, and it will dispatch to the get method, right? So how you can write this? You can assign this get mapping, and this should be the parameter, right? So go to the browser where we have created the URL. Okay, so URL will be like this, right? Copy this from here to here. Okay, so this should be our URI of that get mapping, right? So instead of USD hardcode, this will receive the parameter, right? So you can write a syntax like this, and from the INR we can have the variable parameter 2, and instead of 20 we can put quantity, right? So our things got ready. Now this from will have to map this, right? This two should be mapped with this, and this quantity input parameter should mapped with this method parameter. How you can map this? Map this using the path variable, right? Annotation path variable, right? And correct, let's say from. Okay, control 1, fine. Copy this, control C, control V. Okay, and this should be 2, right? Put to the next line to get it clear, and here should have also this path variable quantity, right? So mapping is done. So whatever the parameter is coming, it should map with this method parameter, right? 2 will map with this, and quantity will map with this quantity, right? So our get method, HTTP get method is ready. Okay, and thereafter what we need to do? Okay, we need to first this bin I have not created, so let's create this bin. So control 1, your window, create conversion bin, and put it into the, instead of controller, put into the bin package. Okay, finish. Okay, so see, in the right side, whenever we are making any changes, because of the dev tools, it's getting picked up and it's getting a run, getting executed, right? So what we need to do, we need to do the same thing. Private int id, first was the parameter, will be keeping the same thing that we have created for the exchange rate bin. So if you go to the exchange rate bin in our earlier microservices, so we had created a exchange rate bin, right? If you go to the entity current exchange rate, right? So this was our member variable. So we'll be keeping the same thing, right, for the consumption bin. So private int id, private string from currency, private string to currency, and here we can put private let's say big decimal, sorry, big decimal, and we can put here exchange rate, let's say, or currency rate, exchange rate, let's say put exchange rate. Okay, and private big decimal, sorry, instead of exchange rate we will be having the quantity, right? Here we will be storing the quantity. Okay, and thereafter we will be storing the we can have exchange rate also. Let's take exchange rate here, exchange rate. Okay, and private big decimal, and we can have total calc amount, right? So whatever the exchange rate will be there, okay, it will calculate the quantity. Quantity multiply the exchange rate will be storing here in the total calc amount. And we can have another the port, basically int port, to capture the port. Okay, so whatever, after calling whatever the the currency exchange service will return, we will be storing into this bin, right, where it will capture the id, from, to, and all. Okay, and thereafter we don't need to do anything. Okay, just create a getter, setter, and the constructor, but just revise this, all this variable. Id should be here, from, to, quantity, exchange rate, okay, total amount, okay, all should looks okay. Okay, and thereafter we can have a constructor, right? Source get generated constructor using field generated. Okay, and let's have a default constructor also, public. Okay, and thereafter we can have a getter and setter. Source generate getter and setter, select all. Okay, so now we have this. Don't you worry about this, the huge code that you are saying. We have nothing created some special thing. So just some couple of variable, and the default constructor and the parameterized constructor with all that fields, and getter and setter. That's it. Okay, nothing more than this. Okay, now go to the our bin. So if you see here, this error has gone, and let's return this. Okay, so for now we will be returning the hard coded the conversion bin. So how can I do this? Return new, and let's see, convert this bin, right? So what should be the first parameter? The same thing we need to do, right? So you go to the first parameter is id, integer. So let's say first I am typing just 1001 is the id. Okay, second parameter is string. So we don't need to do the hard code, whatever is coming from and to we can pass here. So from comma to, right, and thereafter What is the third parameter? Quantity, right? So quantity, how you can do this? Quantity, let's say I am giving the 20. Since this is the big decimal, we will have to convert this, right? So how you can do this? Big decimal dot value of, right? So this 20 should be here, right? And thereafter what is the other parameter? Exchange rate, right? So same thing with exchange rate. Let's say currently the exchange rate is, let's say 73 is the exchange rate, right? Comma, okay, and we are passing the value total calculated amount. Okay, so what was the quantity exchange rate? Okay, so quantity we don't need to do this since the quantity is already coming, okay, from the parameter. So we can pass the same parameter, right? Quantity, right? And thereafter we can have the other parameter is total calculated amount. We'll have to calculate the total amount. So how can you do this? Big decimal dot multiply dot, sorry, quantity will have to multiply, na, right? So we can have a quantity. Where is the quantity? Copy this, okay, paste here, quantity dot multiply, quantity dot multiply. Why it's not coming? We should have a quantity as a string we have defined, right? So sorry, quantity cannot be, right, string, it should be big decimal, sorry. So let's make it big decimal, and thereafter, okay, quantity dot multiply, correct? So now the multiplication we'll have to do, right? So multiply with whom, right? Quantity multiply by, let's say 73, just we are putting the hard code, right? 73. So this will give the error. So copy this same thing here, 73. First we'll convert this, and thereafter we can, let's put in the next line, and thereafter we have to give the port, right? So the last parameter is port. So port is, let's say 0, I am mentioning here, right? So that's it. So currently we have we are not interacting with the currency conversion service microservices to get the exchange rate, okay, to calculate the final converted amount. Okay, so we will be calling the currency exchange service, okay, to get the exchange rate based upon the input from to and the quantity. But for now I am just giving the hard code to see that if our framework, our REST control and our get method with mapping with that method is working fine, okay, with all these details. Okay, so let's save this. Okay, now you can go to the this is what we had written, and earlier it was not coming. So let's enter this. So still the application has no explicit mapping error, so you are seeing this as a fallback. So some error is there, right? So how it is the error? 8100 mapping, right? Currency conversion from USD to quantity, right? From, let's see if the console, if any error is coming. It's started, why not it's coming? Something wrong here. Yeah, so it's not able to, dispatcher is not able to recognize this. Okay, so what is the error? Not found for not 4. Okay, so this is not, something is missing with this line, right? So see what is the error from and mapping this to, yeah, see this is the error, right? So this is, will have to map with this, right, codes to accept this value, quantity value, right? Let's save this. Okay, let it picked up. Okay, see if getting picked up. Condition started currency, right? This started, right? Now go to the Chrome and refresh this. Yeah, now see it's coming fine. So it's returning ID 1001 from currency to currency, quantity 20, exchange rate 73, and total calculated amount 1460. So currently we have just done the hard coding. We have just given the hard coding of the exchange rate, but in the next step we are going to call the API of currency exchange service microservice, and from that microservice we will be receiving the exchange rate, right? And thereafter we will be calculating the total file length amount. So we will be using the REST template, okay, to call the or to invoke the API of currency exchange service to get the exchange rate and all the details, like the port, on which port the request has reached, and retrieve the exchange rate from the currency exchange service. So that's all. See you in the next step. Bye bye.